Pog, you guys ready? Need for Speed ProStreet Pepega Edition meets the King's trailer and the release date reveal. I'm not pressing the premiere button. Those 5 seconds are gonna lag everything. Let's go, let's check it out. Greetings from Nevada.
Hey man.
Sorry about the early call. I'm sure the jet lag must be killing you.
But there's something important I gotta talk to you about.
Are you free this afternoon? Hey! Looks like you didn't get sunburned. Congrats. So there are a few things that I gotta talk to you about now that you're in the game. You see, while you might win over the crowd with your skills, there are also folks that see people like you as a threat to their image, their bank account. Doesn't really matter. Those folks that I'm talking about are the current kings, basically masters of their class who don't want any threat to their reputation. Alright, here's where things get interesting. These kings, they're despicable. Everyone on the inside knows they are up to no good, and they deceive the public eye to hide their true intentions. First up, we got Raven West, led by Nathan McCain.
Ooh.
These guys ran in the Grid World Series not too long ago and got kicked out because they were exposed for circumventing racing regulations. Simply put, they are cheaters, and Nathan is the biggest fraud of them all. After all the controversies have passed, they are now trying their luck in the Pepega street festivals, trying to get their foot in the door. Some whistleblowers on the inside have leaked some of their future plans, and they plan to buy up the entire event. If this happens, they are free to bend regulations and rules however they see fit, and it could mark the end of fair racing as we know it. I don't want to see a world where spectacle gets put over the integrity of the sport, and I'm sure you don't either. You might recognize these blokes. They are the old Top Gear crew who migrated into the Grand Tour a few years back. After the show's cancellation, they have decided to try their luck in street racing, which didn't last long either. Now they opened up a racing team under the Top Gear banner. It didn't take long for the drag races to get a massive audience. After all, almost everyone wants to see them drive in person. However, only 9 out of 10 races get published. Occasionally, a few events just evaporate into dust, with the reason being a cancellation. This is nothing but a lie to cover up what actually happens on these occasional events. You see, the Top Gear guys are quite old at this point. Old enough where their sight, reaction times and motoring functions are starting to give in. So every now and then, they cause massive fatal accidents with the audience that would otherwise end their racing career entirely. However, they have everyone who joins these events sign an NDA, so no one can tell the true story about what really happens on these events without getting sued out of their life savings. Someone needs to put an end to this. Next on the list we got Ken Block and Monster Energy. They have been active in all kinds of racing for years and are now trying to probe their way into our event. It's no lie that Ken got massive skills, and he's pretty open about this being his final showing. He's trying to build a retirement fund and he needs Monster Energy as a sponsor to do so. And it's the sponsor here with some truly heinous secrets. Monster Energy is currently working on a new formula for their energy drinks that is attempting to get their consumers addicted to their cans. They are planning a massive overtake of every vending machine, food booth, and even restaurants in the area. All they care about is profits. The health of the people on the festival sites is none of their concern. Although Ken is aware of their plans, his hands are tied because he wants to retire. He's since then been looking for an adequate opponent he can lose to without it looking staged. And once Monster Energy loses their poster boy, their plans will falter along with it. Last but not least, we got the Hotshots, led by KuruHS. They are a newly formed team of former content creators turned street racers. This is where things get personal for me. I used to be Kuru's right-hand man back when we were still off the grid, but his greed and corruption made me turn against him. Kuru has a long history of deception, manipulation, and even brainwashing. But that's something for another day. He since then lost all his street cred, so he had nowhere to go but go professional. He must have come here specifically in hopes of getting closer to me. I don't know what he intends to do, but it can't be anything good. Look, I helped you when we first met, and now I'm gonna need your help to keep him away from me.
It's my old car, by the way, Ford Mondeo Mark II.
Snack. You know who I am, don't you?
Release date April 1st. Nice. I don't see anything suspicious about this date. Where did we record those? Well, when Eden visited Vienna. Best looking Ford Mondeo I've ever laid my eyes on.
To me.
Alright, now the full video should be up, right? Just in case there was anything at the end there. No, that's it. Release date April 1st. Okay, let me take a look at the background. Because I saw a few things that I wanted to point out. The first thing that I super noticed were like the hypers. The hypers everywhere. Even here, man. Rainvest, Top Gear, Cam Block, and the Hot Shots. I'm excited, dude. And if this is like, what is it, summer? Is it summer? April 1st? Or is it like the end of spring? Royal. That sounds like a weird energy drink that is not Monster. And I definitely noticed that you changed up the attire of the girls. Pepega Street Festival. That picture is still flying around. Where we did like some recording for Climb B Esports. There we go.
They are a newly. Kuru has a long history of deception, manipulation, and even brainwashing.
Very dangerous. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. So they're gonna spend extra time on making the game as good as possible, which I'm very much a fan of. Also, I like the Drive Club background music. Nah, I'm not Rio. I'm one of the four kings. I'm not the final king. If you couldn't tell from the trailer. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. Like, take as much time as you want. Create the game that you want to create, and, you know, don't compromise.